Alright, y'all concluded your audio?
Yep.
Yeah, I think it's included.
Alrighty.
I think mine's broke. The cars are stopped for me. Yeah, mine are not.
Alrighty, in a
You
galaxy
guys see
not
me,
so
nobody
far
here.
away, the Cup Series cars hit the track at Michigan International Speedway for the running of the Winston Racing League Cup Series. Happy Star Wars Day, everybody. May the 4th be with you. And I got my co-commentators here, Libert and Alec. How are you doing today, gentlemen?
I need another invite.
Well, speaking of race reports, why don't you give us that information right now to the fans at home? Yeah, most definitely here. You know, coming off of Phoenix Raceway, this track is much different. You know, in the patterns of these guys can actually draft here. You know, and I kind of like to think of this track as Daytona and Atlanta combined. If you get my drift there, so it should be an exciting race.
Ooh. Who's he getting loose off of two? Hangs on.
So, Libert, being a driver and, you know, in these 3 series and stuff like that, what's the most important thing that these drivers have to worry about at Michigan?
Alright. The most important thing they're going to worry about is going to be that loose off. It's going to get loose off as the tires start to wear, and depending on how loose they have their car set up. So I'm definitely gonna look to see as Lucy gets a little loose off two again, but definitely gonna see some loose cars today for sure. They're 3 wide into
Alrighty,
3.
there.
3 wide
Alrighty.
still coming out of 4.
Oh man, that's a tough
A
situation.
little bit of a mess
Man,
back
slide
there.
job and little Uzi door banging.
Oh yeah, racing's getting intense back in the pack.
Now, I would like to mention that this is the last race before the championship. So you know these playoff drivers are going to want to put it all on the line, you know, and some of these other drivers, they want to put it on the line to show like, hey, it's not only the playoff drivers that are having a little bit of fun out here. We're here too. So, you know, that's something to be looking forward to here at Michigan as they go 3 wide into the turn. Once more, little Uzi taking the position. Not quite yet, but he almost did.
Yeah. Let me give you the points actually. You've got Sparkly and Jared are locked in right now. Slide is clinched on points, and then Merkelman was sitting plus 11. And you got Mikey sitting minus 11, and then Team Switch minus 24. So it's a good thing Team Switch is out front right now. We'll see if he'll be able to get up stay out there for those stage points, because that'll be definitely big for him to catch up.
Alrighty, yes, and while the field is green right now, I would like to say a few updates about the league and stuff like that. You know, you guys can chime in as well if you want to, but the first thing on the plate today is that the league name will be changing next season. I can't remember quite what it was. Do you remember, Alec? Yes, there you have it. Fast Family Racing League. That's one of the changes. So if you're subscribed to the YouTube channel, if you're on the Facebook, if you're on all the social media platforms, don't be scared when you go there one day and the names have changed. It's just because we are not trying to get copyrighted, is what I've heard. But yeah, that will be changing. Also, the Summer League will be coming up soon. Actually, after they wrap up the championship for the Cup, Truck, and Xfinity of this season, we'll be starting the Summer League, and then we'll be doing the preseason, and then we'll be starting next season, where you'll see all your favorite drivers back here again, so that's going to be exciting. As we see the 01 car trying to do whatever he can possible to get past Sly Job, it just ain't working. There's Merkel behind him with Uzi. But trying to remember if there's anything else. Yes, and if you don't know what the Facebook is, it's www.facebook.com/Winston Racing League is what it is right now. We will update you if that's going to change. But as of right now, it is www.facebook.com/Winston Racing League, and it will take you to the homepage. Of course, you must have a Facebook account, so don't try it if you don't have it. Same for the Twitter.
We are also looking for sponsors for the league still, so any of the sponsors out there looking to sponsor a good racing league.
Man, everybody on that on the apron. Sorry, guys, man, they were getting a little wild back there.
Yeah, those cars are gonna be getting real loose. They're getting into those runs now, so definitely off of 2. It looks like it's going to be more snapping than off of 4. But the team switch is still just pulling away.
Yeah, but back to the league situations here. Also, the Twitter. That is, the same as the Facebook. It's www.twitter.com/Winston Racing League, and you'll find the Twitter page there. But if you're looking to sign up for the league, I suggest that you go to the Facebook page. If you don't want to type all that in, it will be on the link in the YouTube channel, which is www.youtube.com/Winston Racing League. You can click on the links of any of the videos there, and it will send you right to the Facebook page. But yeah, we're definitely looking for drivers to compete in this field. We're looking for sponsors, and
yeah, Sparkly got close up to the wall there off 2. Yep.
Meanwhile, we got a battle here between Slidejob and Uzi. Oh, Slidejob made contact.
Old Sparkly spins it around. That's gonna hurt him.
That's not good for Sparky.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna hurt him. Yep.
What?
Well, About to say, Sparkly Marco is taking a ride that pit road, saving tires and gas.
I have no words to describe what just happened, but
he
that was
is slow.
certainly apparently NASCAR turned into a double-decker bus. But anyways,
Team Swishes come out first. Oh yeah. With those fresh tires now, he's definitely gonna just pull away and definitely secure the stage win for sure, which is gonna be awesome for his points. Definitely.
somebody's still really slow
Fifth
on the
is
apron.
Merkel.
Is that the Boots guy that you were talking about with
Yep.
fuel?
So we got a battle
Alrighty.
for fifth. James passing Merkel for fifth right now.
Boots has finally made it to pit road. Oh, there's a car on the wall. I couldn't quite tell who that was.
Looks like Ace Petty's seventh.
Now, how hard are these drivers that, you know,
Oh, look.
are already
Looks like
presumably
Birdie's
locked
seventh,
up?
and Marco. It looks like he's back in eighth. So second to eighth, spinning on that pinned entry. You got a lap count, slide. Eighteen of 29. Got 12 to go and left in the stage, so. Yeah. I'm almost bet. Nope. It's Lucy makes a move to the outside of Jared. Looks like he might clear him. Oh, Lil Uzi moves up to second place. Look at Lil Uzi showing some speed here at Michigan. Non-playoff driver. Now the question is,
You know,
do you
Michigan-
think he'll be able to catch our leader switch up there? It looks like he's drawing in on him.
Yeah, it looks like Uzi's got a lot of speed.
It looks like we're
You know,
going to be having
talking
a
about
battle
this
for the lead here soon.
speedway here, you know, Michigan International Speedway is a historic speedway, and I don't know if you two know this, but Michigan International Speedway itself has the largest camping ground in the state of Michigan, or in Michigan.
Oh, wow.
Largest camping ground. Over 8,000
As we got a
camping
battle
ground
for first
spots.
at the line, Uzi's
Oh,
making
yeah,
that switch to the
Oh,
outside.
you know what? I think my
There's
calculator's
Uzi.
burning. I just figured out what's going on. Swish is
Strategy.
going to save fuel to try to make it to the end. Uzi was pushing
Oh.
to pass him. It's going to turn into a
So-
fuel notch race at the end of the stage.
I wonder if Uzi's going to save fuel now.
Yeah, he's definitely slowed down his pace.
It'll be interesting to see who's going to have enough to make it here. Team Swish really needing that stage win and them stage points.
Absolutely. He's the one with the most to gain.
Oh, as he goes
Whoa,
into the grass.
34 low into the grass. Jesus.
Looked like him and Uzi
Man,
might
that
have come
was-
together there.
Looks like Uzi's going to be
Uzi's out
pulling away a
front,
little
is
bit now.
currently your leader.
Uzi gets loose off 2 and Swish is drawing back in. Uzi might be
Uzi's
saving.
slowing down. He's letting Swish back by.
Wonder if Uzi's going to try to ride behind him in this draft.
Yeah.
Fuel.
You save
I
more
think that's
fuel
the
in draft.
plan. He's going to the inside. There you go. Not sure how many laps are left in this
Oh,
stage.
we got slide
but,
jump around.
Oh, no.
You might be going under car.
2-car wreck. And we stay green.
Oh. Luckily, slide job's already clinched in on points.
Uzi still all over the back bumper, Team Swish. Who has enough to make it?
It's looking like
It's Jared's
Uzi with the little
starting to
chess
draw in.
game. Jared's third. He's been saving more than them, I believe. And then Brody's back and forth. So this is going to be an interesting finish.
I think Jared's gonna get to them before it's all said.
Yeah,
and
he
done
saved
with.
Derby. Now he's going to run fast.
Yep. I'm gonna have a 3-car battle for the stage win. And Jared's
We
already
should be
locked
getting
in.
started.
That's what it's all about here at Michigan International Speedway. You save that fuel, you do your right pit strategy, and you'll be there at the end of the race.
And it looks like Swish might have started to turn on the afterburner.
Yeah, Uzi might be backing it off because he was going the hardest first, and he might not make it.
I think Swish may be out of gas.
That's Swish.
Or no, we got.
Swish
yeah,
is still
Swish
going.
is still going. Somebody else had to just come off the pit
Somebody
road.
was out of gas on the apron.
I think that's someone coming out of the pits.
Hard to tell. They're still staying low. They might.
Swish pulling away now.
Yeah, Swish is starting to run fast again. I think Uzi might have
He's
shown his
got a
cards
good-
too soon.
2.5, 3 seconds back to second.
Swish, Uzi, Jared, and Brady are the top 4.
Man,
Yeah,
riding
Swish
that
is
wall,
really
Team
pulling away
Swish
now.
is, jeez, man, he's like doing what Slide Job did at Martinsville last
Yeah.
night.
You let him
Brody
get
is
close
now
and then
I love Uzi.
turn on those afterburners.
We got 3 cars for second now.
Mm-hmm.
Uzi's back to pace off a lot.
It looks
Ooh,
like
man,
Jared.
okay, I tell you what's going on here. I see what's going on here. The number 34 of Team Swish.
Ooh.
He's saving.
Uzi
He's
and Jared
saving
make
fuel
contact.
while he's out in front. I was listening to his onboard, and his engine is really it's in that saving mode. You know, whenever you hear engine in saving mode, and
32
that's what it
sparkly
sounded
markers on
like.
pit road.
So, oh, we got a car in the grass.
Big Belly is getting a little involved with the leaders here. Uzi's down on the apron. He might
Slide
be,
Job hit the wall coming out of the turn.
This is. It looks like Team Swish and Brody, they might have saved fuel early on. Uzi and Jared are struggling in 3rd and 4th.
The Swish is definitely pulling away.
Definitely. Yeah, there is nobody in a few feet of Team Swish, so he's definitely got his homework down.
Let's hope he's got it right though. That's what matters if you make it to the end.
Oh,
Yeah,
got a
he's-
little loose off of that turn.
He's slowed down and back, saving. He knows he's got a lot of space. Swish coming to the white flag for stage 1. See if he saved enough to make it.
He's slowing down more. Brody's slowly rolling into him.
He just needs 2 miles. And Brody drawing in.
Yes, indeed he is. Here we go. coming down the backstretch here at Michigan International
And Swish
Speedway
is
for the
Brody
end of
just ran
stage
out.
1.
Brody just ran out. Swish saved enough so far.
Brody just ran out. Swish saved enough. He hit the wall a little bit, but I think we got a stage 1 winner.
Swish is
in
out.
Team
Swish
Swish.
is out.
Swish is out.
Swish is out.
He's rolling
out
down the
coming
front
to the
stretch.
line. Is he gonna make it?
Parker getting his lap
No.
Yep.
back. It should be
Swish
Swish's
will
race.
make it.
He's gonna be close. He's got it. Holy
Swish
cow.
stage 1
wow.
winner.
Talk about fuel mileage.
Out of field 1. I think we had Jared in second. I'm not sure on that. We'll get back to him on that. But wow, what a first stage.
Jeez. So he had enough to get him across the line.
That'll be
That thing
a
ran
big-
out of 4.
That's big points for Team Swish as he needs him being the furthest driver behind in the chase right now.
Exactly.
Hopefully we
and,
can get
you know,
a
that was an
results to the
exciting
top
first
step.
stage.
See if he
It's
can
going to
keep
be
it up
interesting to
there.
see what these drivers do for the second and final stage, but I believe you said, Alec, that the second stage is how many laps for these drivers?
The next stage will be 26 laps. I believe
26
Merkel and
laps.
Swish were the only ones who received stage points there. I don't think Flat Colt made it into the top 7. Oh, Mike.
Mikey also
Correction,
got
he made
stage
it in.
points.
Okay.
Alright, so Swish being with the most, so this points gap, it's going to be close. Just like the points gap at
Oh,
Martinsville
definitely.
yesterday.
Yeah, man,
it
that was
came
an
down to the
interesting point
nitty-gritty, so-
standing. 1 point between truck drivers there.
With the me being
Ooh,
that driver that I was made it that little final transfer
looks like
spot,
Sparkly Marker stayed out after he got his lap back, and he's starting on out front.
But everybody's just going to train wreck him. Here we go. All to the inside of him.
He's only got a couple laps on his tires. He might be able to hold him off for a little bit here. With 26.
Oh, we
This
got a
one
wreck in the
got-
back.
Got a
Oh!
little bit of contact up front.
37 spun.
And Sparkle's gonna drop back here, it looks like.
Man, somebody way below the
Oh,
apron. That's
3
the
wide at the
32
front.
car. 33 wide for the lead. Jeez.
We got Jared to the
Here
outside.
we go.
Team Swish in the middle with Uzi on the bottom. Still 3
Here we
wide.
go. We got some Talladega racing here at Michigan International Speedway.
Uzi's got help
Got
from
Merkel
Black
coming
Hole.
up. Who's he gonna go with? He's gonna go with Jared.
Swish is getting left
Still
alone in
three
the
wide.
middle.
Yes, he is, but he dives it in deep. Still with
Trying to
Uzi
hold
to the
Uzi
inside
down.
of him.
The top 5 have 3 of your contenders to advance to the next round. They're all racing each other. Merkel, Flat Colt, and Team Swish. This is going to be fun.
Got
Jeez,
two-
man, I tell you what, they're still
Posted up
side
there.
by side coming through the turn.
Ooh, they're taking about
Uzi's
4
still
wide.
holding strong on that inside. He's gonna have the lead for now, but it's gonna be
No,
Team
closing
Swish
the
at
door.
the line.
34. Getting helped by Jared behind him.
And momentum with the high side is just barely getting Swish there.
This is unreal 2-wide racing. I can't believe this.
And they're still going at it.
Oh, man, little Uzi getting
Uzi.
help from the 24 car and Flat Colt.
Yep. Still 2 by 2. And they're 3 wide for third.
Oh, Jared's up too high. He's going to get hung out to dry. Here comes Flat Colt on the
And
back of
Uzi's
Team
gonna take
Swish.
the lead. Team
Two are
Swish
behind the
falling
cut
in
line.
the second. Team Swish making a run to the inside now.
Now, with these guys drafting like this, are they certainly saving fuel right now?
Oh, they're not. They're not saving fuel. They're not saving tires right now. They're going all out. Get it the next 5. I'd say 5 to 8 laps, and you'll start to see them spread out a little bit more as the tires begin to
Flat
fall
Colt
off.
to the inside. Swish is doing everything he can to hold them back. He needs to get more stage points.
And he does.
Him and Flat Colt
And
both
Flat
got the
Colt
cut line
coming
running 1
behind
and
him on
2.
the inside, going to the inside of him.
Flat Colt to the
And
inside.
Flat Colt's got it coming out of that turn, I think.
He also needs stage points
New
here.
leader, 24. 34 comes back
Team
on the
Swish coming
Here
outside.
hard on
comes-
the outside.
Here comes Team Swish on the outside.
They're gonna be
Should have the
run off
to
crowd.
contact.
Contact. They're still about even as they come down the backstretch.
Black Colt drove in hard. I think Swish is going to get back underneath them. They're going to touch.
He is crossover move. They make a little contact. Colt
These
still
are
has
the two that
lead.
need to win the most. They're showing us that right now.
Yep. Merkelman's not too far back there. He's at the tail end of this pack. Those are your three cutoff drivers right now. Merkelman is sitting above, so he's struggling right now. He needs to get up there compared to these other two.
Look at the defensive line from Swish down the backstretch. Right on the white line.
Jared's going to make a run for second. And then he'll clear him. Uzi going for third.
Black Colt might be in trouble here, getting stuck on the outside.
He is that freight. Oh, he takes.
Here comes Jared
Just get word that Brady's engine has expired.
for Team Swish.
First
Uzi
retirement of the
passing
race.
Team Swish.
Ooh. Uzi.
Little contact.
Team Swish made a little contact block too. Here comes Flat Colt. Coming to the inside of Team Swish. He's going to give Uzi that push down the front stretch. He's going to
Swish
take
is out of
him
no man's
3
land
wide.
now.
Jared comes down the
Man,
block.
4 wide.
Oh,
Contact.
Oh, a
there's
little
Swish
bit
is in the wall.
contact. 34 into the wall.
You knew that was just bound to happen how they wrestled. And if you look, Merkelman's up to second now.
How things
Where'd he
change in
come
a hurry.
And Flat Colt's out front.
And just like that, the
Ooh,
playoff
he's tucked
change.
in behind.
The big loser there was Team Swish.
Look at Slide Job.
Oh, and there's...
Whoa!
Oh, the 2 cars slides on pit road.
Change might have gotten loose on the apron, or maybe that was a scheduled pit stop.
Either that or he never got sent. Merkel making a move on slide for third.
Now, right now, what Slide Job's doing, I like to call it the Hamlin move. He's trying to test his waters. He's trying to get on the outside to see what he can do. Now he fell back in line, but a lot of times you'll see, you know, drivers like at super speedways and stuff like that. Even at Michigan, they'll try to step out of line to see what they can do. Here we go. Slide Job's got a drafting partner now. Uzi is lost. I don't know where he's going.
Jared has started to roll up to the leader. Here we go. We're going to have a race for the lead here.
Looks like Swish might be drawn in just a little bit. See if Jared can make a run for that.
Oh, here comes
lead
Slide
position.
Job. Man, look at Slide Job's aggressive driving. Slide Job's in
sends it
second
in
place, I
3.
believe.
Marco might be looking to go to the inside of Slide Job. It's going to be close.
Oh man, they're
he
going
gets
to take
on
it
the
3
apron.
wide.
Slide Job got loose off the nose of Marco
He
there.
held on to it. They're still side by side for a second.
Oh,
Oh, contact.
a little bit of, oh,
Contact, still contact. Jared gets in up the track a little bit. Jared's gonna lose some spots here.
These guys are racing like there's 10 to go.
This is only the second stage. We still have a whole lot of racing to go. Now let's see if Slide can get up there and give something for Flat Colt. I don't know if he's gonna be able to. Is the nope Slide?
Oh, he lost
just
it. I was just about to
wrecked.
say, he got a little bit of damage, I thought. Just went around on him.
It's a good thing he's clinched on points.
Absolutely.
Well, the one thing is, I'm not quite sure, but I thought I heard through the grapevine that him and Flat Colt weren't the best of friends here in the Cup Series. So, you know, that could have turned into a revenge battle as well.
I'd
I'll tell you right now, Flat Colt's got the better end of the deal right now because he's still sitting up front leading these laps.
It looks like we
He's
got
actually
Merkel
gonna be
in
getting.
fourth, and Swish is rolling in fifth.
Whoa, Uzi went up really high. Not sure what he was doing.
But Colt comes up on the lap car.
Yeah. Lap car stays well out of the way here.
Courteous. Little leaders.
The lap car said no moss.
He didn't want any part of that.
Uzi a little loose off it too.
Is that somebody ran out of gas already on the backstretch?
Looked like Uzi might have just gotten loose coming out of two and was running the apron.
No.
Looks like
Ooh, we got a
Jared
battle
looks-
third here. Looks like Merkel
Jared
and
looks
Swish
like
are
he
together.
might be coming up just a little bit on teams or on Flat Colt.
Second through fifth are under blanket here. Flat Colt's got a little bit of gap.
Them being under that blanket, though, they're drawing in on the leader just little by little every lap.
Mhm.
That speed difference down the straightaways, as you can see, they're really starting to catch him here. And it looks like Flat Colt's going to be coming down pit road.
Yep, looks like all five
Oh,
of them are
the-
pitting.
Oh,
field,
little
man.
bit
They're all
of
coming to pit road.
contact.
Contact.
Oh,
Jared's
41.
around.
43 spun
Oh.
around.
Spun off the nose of Merkel.
Man, I tell you
Now,
what,
if you look at that,
tragic city at
Flat Colt
Michigan
and
for the
Merkel,
pit
man,
road.
the two playoff drivers on the cut line, they're pitting together right now, so
First and second.
where they come out, that's going to be the potential battle for the stage win.
Gotta hope
Mhm.
nobody sped on
Both
that
of
one
them.
too. Pit road
Yeah.
attacking everybody, did they?
Yeah, it's tricky.
Yeah,
It's hard to slow it down
been
on them
attacking-
old tires and not spin it
it's
out.
been attacking people so much that apparently two cars turned into a double-decker bus.
That's true. It looks like Swish quick pit
And-
stop comes
yeah.
second behind Flat Colt.
I bet you he took 2 tires, Larry.
I don't know. I wouldn't risk it for this. For a championship, I wouldn't risk two. Might have just gotten on the pit road a lot better than the rest of them. This is going to be one heck of a race.
Well, if you think about it, he wasn't in that pack when they were pitting, so he might have been able to draw in a little bit on pit entry.
Yeah, with the contact Jared and Merkel had, that stacked them all up coming to pit road.
Most definitely.
Is that
Looking through the
Sparkly
field here, we
second?
got Boots to S's in the 12 car. We got Team Swish here in the 34 playoff driver. You got Little Uzi. You got Big Belly Brand here in the 78. You got Slide Job all alone. He's lonely on the track. 32 car, a sparkly marker.
I'm not sure if he's in
Got
second or
24
not.
Flat Colt. Midnight Peak 37. You got Chain. I don't know what he's doing. He's just riding the apron at the moment.
Might have just come out of pit
Merkel
road.
Man 41. Behind him is Slide Job, like I mentioned. Or no, I'm sorry, that's Jarrett. Sometimes it's confusing to read these numbers in red.
And it looks like Uzi's making a run on Swish here for second. They're battling hard down the front stretch.
That's not what
And-
Team Swish wants. Team Swish would like to get pushed by Uzi, try and catch up to Flat Colt, that way you can try and make up them points. Right now, Flat Colt being out front is not what Team Swish wants to see.
It's all well and good.
Here
getting
goes
stage
Jarrett in the
points, but you
inside
gotta
of
win.
Merkel Man. And he takes that position. We got Team Swish here, like y'all mentioned before, battling Little Uzi.
And it looks like they might be drawn up a little bit, actually, on Flat Colt that time.
Yeah, I don't
It
think
could be.
Uzi is shoving the nose inside of him anymore. I think we might have a little
No,
bit
it
of
looks
power
like
here
they are
working
pushing
together.
each other, so I do believe they are starting to draw in. Now the
So in this
question is,
situation with the
field-
leader is, what does the leader do? Does, you know, if they get enough speed, does he just let him go, or does he try to block him?
Well, he's got to run qualifying laps as much as he can right now and try and maintain that lead and hope that the laps run out before they can catch him, because if they catch him, it's going to turn into one heck of a battle. I think we'll see
believe
some
they're
pretty
going to
aggressive
catch him.
blocking.
Yeah,
Well, now 34 and 52 separated a little bit.
they're
Not
still
sure.
catching them.
Yeah.
They're drawing in still.
For fans of NASCAR that likes tandem racing, here you go.
Yeah. All right.
We've had another retirement. Looks like Slide Jockey's out of the race.
It sounds like he's going to be coming and joining us in the booth.
Alright, a little Clint Boyer action. For manufacturer update, we have 3 Mustangs running at the front, and 1 Chevy in 4th, and another Mustang in 5th.
You guys have any, yeah. You guys have any picks for to win the race yet, or?
I'll let Rubber take that one first. Who's his pick for the race?
Oh, my pick,
Do some
I
early
would
picks.
have to say my pick for the race is Team Swish. You know, he's been having a good car so far. He was dominating in the first stage, you know, and I
got you.
I just think that I think Team Swish is going to be the one to watch for this race.
Well, I like a dark horse. I'd like to see Little Uzi get up at the front and win one. Maybe a non-playoff driver wins the Cup race. I think that would be a
Oh, it's
story.
the wall, Little Uzi!
Him and Swish were running hard for that
It's the
second spot.
commentator curse,
Yeah.
I swear.
It is.
We did it last week to Marker and spent on pit road, so here we go. Looks like Uzi's still maintaining 5th, so didn't lose too much time.
Yeah, I think he'll be able to get back up there for sure. My pick, I'm thinking it's gonna have to be Flat Cool. He's looking pretty good out front as long as he can maintain that in the 3rd stage and not give more than what the car can give. I think you'll see him towards the front at the end of this race for sure.
An important thing to note with my Curse of the Commentator crash right there, that's going to make Swish lose his draft partner. I don't know if he'll be able to catch Black Colt now.
And I'm wondering if they have enough fuel to make it.
Can you
Yeah,
guys
that's
hear me?
another thing that I was wondering, and
Yeah, I got you. You guys
you
got
know,
I think
another
you
thing
guys
that
got
I've noticed with Flat Colt here, he tends to mess up when he's doing really good. So let's not count Team Swish out of the race for stage 2 just yet.
Rubber, do you got slide muted?
No, I hear him.
Alright, I was gonna say.
How's it going,
We got-
guys?
We got a guest in the booth
Good.
now.
Yep.
Alrighty,
the
we got the
car.
Clint Boyer of Winston Racing League slide job. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing alright. Not too happy
Yeah, I don't
about losing the engine there, but you know,
Yeah.
you win some, you lose some.
It happens.
Yeah, we saw you out there in the battle there for a while. How was it out there?
Yeah, it was a wild battle there. I mean, Michigan always produces that kind of racing, so it was really awesome to be a part of it. Unfortunately, I missed the Xfinity at Michigan, so it was really cool to get a chance to run here. You know, people were a little aggressive there at the beginning of the race. I was surprised that people were throwing blocks in stage 1, and you know, stage 2 it continued. So crazy.
Man, talking about a difference here, Team Swish compared to Flat Colt, without that drafting partner like Alec mentioned, I don't know if Team Swish is going to be able to now because...
It kind of looks like Swish was drawn in a little bit there, and he was a little lower through 3 and 4 than what Colt was, but...
Yeah, they're definitely using different racing lines here.
Who I'm watching is the 2 right behind them. You see the 2 behind them, it looks like Jared. And
Oh, yeah.
I can't tell who that
Whoa,
second.
we got a car
Merkel.
spinning on the backstretch.
Merkel, yeah. 2 of them might
That'll-
be reeling them in.
Merkel definitely needs to get up there for them stage points.
Yeah. I
Don't
mean,
know how many laps are left.
they are, between him and Mikey, those two are really close, and, you know, Switch knows what he has to do, but the two of them, I mean, it could be, if it comes down to it, you know, 1 point or 2 points could be the difference, as we saw in the truck race on Sunday.
Right. Absolutely.
Of course, Merkel would be working with Jared. That's classic.
I mean, you know, it's funny, a Ford and a Chevy working together seems weird, but, you know, it's interesting during a long season like this. You really find who you work with and who you don't, and you could find a teammate in somewhere you wouldn't really expect.
Exactly, you know, in real life racing, you know, in NASCAR.
Oh, Jared,
somebody's in the
through the
grass.
grass.
Jared
Jared
is
moves
spinning,
out
coming
four.
up on. Woo!
And
Ooh, I believe that was the
Black
stage
Colt
end.
won stage
Oh,
2.
yeah.
So,
Two.
some well-needed points there for him.
Man, let me just finish up what I was saying, but like in real life racing, you know, you'll be racing at Daytona, Talladega, and you somehow find yourself behind a Toyota. And you're like, man, I'm a Chevy, I don't need a Toyota, but sometimes you gotta go with the flow.
So I'm not sure how that ended with Jared and Merkel, but if Merkel got to the line, that's all the drivers at the cut line, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, they all got stage points in stage 1, and they did it here. So, you know, as we've been seeing, when these drivers are pressured to get points, you know, they really make sure they do whatever they can to get those points.
A lot of Fords out front right now, not too many Chevys.
Yeah, top 4 are all Fords right now. Chevy is in 5th place, I believe. So Ford showing power at a track that is right, not too far from Detroit.
Alrighty.
Yep, right in their backyard.
I got a new segment for the race here at Michigan, and I like to call it a little bit of trivia.
Ooh.
Guess who driver holds the qualifying record here at Michigan?
Brad Keselowski's my guess.
Jeff Gordon.
I'm gonna say Jimmy Johnson.
Alec is correct. Jeff Gordon
Jeff
holds
Gordon.
the record.
Look at
There's
that.
a random one.
Yep.
Yeah, I like the
Nice
dark horse
job.
guys.
All right,
Jeff
while
Gordon holds
you're
the qualifying record.
while
Green
you're
flag
bringing
for
out,
stage 3.
While you're bringing out, you know, new segments,
Three
while
wide
I'm
for
here, I'd like to bring back Slide Job's keys to the race tonight. We did this at Gateway, so I guess we'll do it again here. So my first key tonight is a little obvious one, but working the draft. As you can see, the draft is super important at this track, as it's pretty much a super speedway. It's how it races. So creating runs,
Whoa, contact!
using the draft
They're
effectively,
3-4
you
wide.
know, it's really an important
man.
characteristic here. So
Car stopped in the grass.
Yeah, I believe that was Midnight Peak. Might be having issues.
he
Welcome in
actually
after
wasn't
second.
able to pit there. So
Ooh.
3 wide.
Oh, Switch is in the
Switch
middle of
hits
this.
the wall.
He doesn't want to be doing this right now. It's a long race. Got a lot to go.
Jared's making a move for second.
we can hear some
Ooh.
frustration on the radio of the 34.
Yeah, he was up front and started getting shuffled back and got right into that Hornets mess. That was not what he needed.
Ooh, almost
Worked
3
it
wide back here with the 34, the 78, and the 12. And the 1 kicking in there.
Looks like we have 2 groups of 5 on track right now.
Ooh,
Separation
Merkel
between
making
the
a
2.
little contact with Black Colt. It's gonna get Jared to run to his inside.
Now, is there any worry for that driver that's down in the apron for these guys that are racing?
As long as he stays well out of the
necessarily.
way.
Looks like we got 2 packs here, one led by Sparkly Marker and the other led by our leader.
We're gonna
You know, I'm
need
sure they
first.
will form back up here in a second if they stay drafting.
Team Switch.
Oh,
coming
Merkel
right
man
through that
going
second
to the
pack.
outside of Flat Colt.
It looks like the front pack is a little bit more formed up, though. They are pretty much in a single
that
line,
was
and the
bad.
back pack is 3 wide.
The 2 drivers on the cut line running
Oh,
1-2
the
right now.
two to the outside of the 41.
Merkel's in
They're
trouble
gonna be
here.
3 wide.
Good night. Are you still on the
Defensive.
apron?
Ooh, still hanging tough on that outside.
Here
Gonna
comes
try to get
Merkel
the
on
drag.
the
Got a-
inside here.
Got a car problem.
Got their
Yeah,
drafting
pushing him.
partner here.
Looks like
Ooh,
Swish
they got
took
him back.
control of that backpack there. They're forming up.
Oh,
Oh,
dives
to
to
the
the
inside.
inside.
Merkel with a run.
Oh, door
It
slam
looks like
one
Jared's
and
gonna
two.
make a run off of 2. They're 3 wide for the
Ooh,
lead. They're almost
this is
4 wide.
dangerous.
This is getting tight here.
Uzi at the second.
Man. Are you kind of glad, Slide
cool.
Job, you're not out there now with
Yeah,
all
I
this
mean,
action?
it is fun. It is fun to race out there, but I'll tell you what, watching these guys, it's getting nerve-wracking every single lap. So it's a little bit more comfortable where I'm sitting now, I'll tell you.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
nice to have that clinch to the next round on points, huh?
Absolutely.
Usually makes a run
It's
for the
probably the
inside,
best
but
feeling you can have in the playoffs. I mean, I'm still nervous about the championship race next week, but, you know, as soon as we clinched our points last week, it was such a relief.
Oh, contact!
You
Oh,
also got
contact.
your, a little bit of contact Uzi
Right,
around.
spinning in the infield.
Uzi and Flat Colt got hooked and they pushed Uzi up the track into, I believe,
Yeah, we are in the third stage, so
Chained,
remember, we
yeah.
will have manual cautions this stage, but that was a one-car incident, so we will stay green.
Jared's trying
41
see
car
if he
trying
can
to do
pull
whatever
away.
he can do. He fell back to that second stage.
Car bounced off the wall coming out.
yeah,
In
looked
one
like Uzi
there.
got up into him when Uzi went around.
Now here's something interesting. Now we got a Chevy in the lead, followed by Fords behind him, so a little change up there.
And there's
looks-
actually another Chevy trying to make his way up there back in fifth. It's Sparkly Marker.
Pushing
another
Team
guy
Swish up to
punched
the front.
ticket.
Alrighty, are y'all ready for the second edition for trivia?
Absolutely.
Alrighty, well, we already know who has the qualifying record, but guess who has the lap record here at Michigan? As we got a car spinning, that's number 1.
Oh,
was
we got a
Ace
car
Petty
in the
around.
grass.
Big belly into
Oh,
the grass.
my
I
boy.
think they're okay.
Well, I guess you're gonna have to re-ask that question here because we had some bunch of excitement.
Yeah, who holds the lap record here at Michigan?
The lap record. I'm gonna say Joey Logano.
I'm gonna
Oh,
go
big-
with
Kevin
Kevin
Harvick.
Harvick. Ah, see?
Oh,
Yep.
He gets
Bushman
it again.
himself.
Yeah. Two of us for Harvick.
What if I told y'all are all wrong?
Oh, who is it?
Cale Yarborough.
Oh, we all got it that
Mhm.
wrong.
He holds a lap time of 1.308.
We got a 5-car pack now up here. Team Swish has made his way up to them. Gonna make a
Behind
run
Flat
to the
Colt.
inside of the 2-car.
Yeah, he made it up to the front pack. I think that just shows how fast this car really is. I know going into this race, Swish was very adamant that this was his favorite track. He runs very good here, and he's showing it today, starting with the pole. He did get shuffled back, but he's showing he can get right back up to the front.
You see, ladies and gentlemen, the reason why the people in the booth got that question wrong was because it was a trick question. It wasn't asking for lap time, it was asking for how many laps are on the track.
Ah, you got us. Good one. Devil's in
We're
the
gonna have a race
details.
for a lead here in a second.
Oh,
Flat
yeah.
Colt's caught up
Oh,
with Jared.
Flat Colt's gonna
Swish
make
right
a
behind him.
run.
This is going to be interesting because Jared
We
being
got a
locked
car
in,
coming off pit road.
the two guys behind him want that spot, for the win. So it's going to be.
Oh,
Flat
contact.
Colt makes a run to the inside.
He's hooking him.
Lap car on the apron.
Team Swish is gonna draw in.
Yeah, Mikey's probably going to do anything here to get that lead because he knows this is probably his only shot here to get that spot would be to win. But
These are the
Let's
two
see.
cars behind the front
And
line, second and
he's
third,
gonna
going
get
for
a
the lead
run off
here.
of,
oh, he got
and
inside.
makes a run to
There
the
it is.
inside.
I don't think
Sure,
Jared's
it's a
gonna fight
follow.
this one too hard.
No, I don't think so. That'd be smart.
I bet you
what these
Switch
guys do.
takes it to the inside
Yep, he
here
got it.
shortly.
Now
probably
here's the
gonna try
real
to get a
battle's
runoff,
gonna
too.
come with these two guys right here.
Both of them
They're out
sitting below the cutoff line.
Yeah.
Mm.
Neither of them are in the championship 4. They're going to do whatever it takes to get in there.
And the
One
crazy
spot.
thing is even if, like, say, Merkel Man has more points than Mikey, if Mikey wins, Merkel's out. So if any of those three win, every other two are done. So they're gonna
Winning,
have to
you're
do
in.
anything.
Looks like Jared's not giving that quite yet, though. Coming back. in
No,
second.
neither is the 2-car of Shane Graboid. He's up there, 4th place.
The reason why I like Michigan so much is because the parking is free.
Which is interesting,
Jared's
because I just
right
went
to
to
the
Dover
outside.
this year, and they charge ridiculous amount of money for parking. So sorry, Dover,
The
but
2-car
Charge
almost
free
making it
parking.
3 wide.
Another great thing about Michigan is it gives us great racing like this. Holy cow.
Oh, the
Oh,
one
yeah.
car.
Switch
exciting.
to the pit road.
Look at the 2 and the
I
43.
don't know.
Wow.
Oh!
Oh, they made
Oh,
contact.
Contact on the front stretch.
The one
Chain's
car's a
going to
lap
the
car
outside of
coming
flat
in there.
for the lead.
I heard Flat Colt might be coming to pit road this time. We'll see. We'll
Ooh,
see if
shot
the
of
others
two.
follow, but Swish definitely got the jump on him.
These non-points cars are getting in the mix of it. It's going to be interesting.
cars
I
Run
heard,
It's got
on
I
chains on
heard
the inside.
Jared's pitting.
It looks like they all might
Oh,
be pitting.
Jared.
Look at these guys
Oh,
get
Flat
close.
Colt got pushed
Oh,
up.
the one car.
Oh, they're all coming to pit road. Oh, Jared.
I
gets
think
loose
Flat-
coming in.
oh,
Colt
Flat
lost
Colt
to
wrecked.
pit road.
Yep.
Oh, man.
Into the outside wall. That's going to ruin the day for
Wow.
Mikey there.
That was
I
tight
think-
racing because the 4 of them were all trying to get to pit road at the same time. And
I think this is why Team Swish pitted
I'm
himself. He
almost
didn't want to get in the
betting-
mix of anything.
that was, you know,
Swish will probably cycle to the lead.
that's a move of a champion right there. You know, somebody that sees the battle going on and says, I gotta get, you know, to pit road on my own and early. So, what a nice job.
We'll have to see where they cycle out. Swish is coming to the line now.
A ton of people just got on pit road or off pit road together here, so we'll see if they form
Yeah,
up.
he's
a
going to
draft.
beat Jared
Hey.
out. He's going to beat Marker out.
Yeah, he's gonna get the jump kick.
Shane deck. Yeah, he's got it.
Did you know that Daniel Suarez was the first Mexican to win at Michigan?
Really?
In Xfinity?
Mm-hmm. In Xfinity.
Well, look
Team
at
Anyways,
Swish
Jeff
has a
now.
enough
pretty
with the
nice gap
enough
right
with
now.
the stupid track facts. Let's get back to the action here.
So it looks
Looks
like
like
the 34
Swish.
got a gap on him.
Yep. Pitted first, and everybody else had issues.
First,
with the
second,
road.
third, and fourth had the
Now
Not
here's
the
the
same
interesting
gap.
thing. The 2-car made a couple passes there right before the pit cycle, so he came out in second, you know, from 5th to 2nd. Oh,
Wow.
no, I'm sorry. The chain Graboid is a lap down, so he's not in 2nd.
Oh.
Oh, no.
What happened there?
That
Well,
definitely mixes it
We're
up.
getting some confusing reports here, but I think he's in 2nd.
But it looked, Lewandowski was a lot down racing with the leaders the way he was.
Yeah, I can't imagine he would, so
Yeah.
yeah, we confirmed he is P2 right now. It looks like Ace Petty in the 1 there is
Oop, yep.
a lap down, so
He's moving
Yep.
out of the way. As the leaders just come by.
So with that pit stop, was that the last one of the day, or do they still have to come one more time?
I think they might have to come one more time.
Yeah. One or two
That's
more
what I'm
times
thinking,
depending on
one
their
or two more
strategy.
times for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we were getting roughly, I think it was 14 laps. Can't remember. You guys probably know better than me, and I was driving there, so.
Well, it depends how you stretch the tank for sure. Because
Yeah.
what Swish did in that first stage to make it all the way was quite impressive. I mean, he ran out of fuel out of 4, but had a big enough lead, and he won the
Yeah.
stage. So.
Here, if you have some draft and you have, you know, the right amount of skills, you can save about a lap staying in somebody's draft and going about a quarter throttle, but trying to save more than a lap and a quarter, you are really pushing it. So he was able to save that extra lap, as were a couple people, but I did see some people run out there, so it's not easy.
And folks, you just heard that come from a man that won Martinsville last night in the truck series, so.
And Michigan in the truck series, so it's a tricky track to save fuel on. I think Michigan's one of the harder tracks to save fuel just because you're on the gas almost the entire way around. So it's really hard to keep up pace and save speed at the same time. So you really have to work the draft.
Merkelman is in 5th, about a straightaway behind leaders. That's what it looks like. For an update
Looks like
on
the
their
2 is
point contender.
reeling in the leader just a tiny bit, not much.
Not too far behind him, sparkling marker. Sitting in 3rd.
I believe you were telling me earlier, Slide Job, there's a particular driver in this field that is really excited about this track. I forget who it was.
Yeah, I mean, I know I talked about it a little earlier. Team Swish came in here and said that, Michigan would be the race in this round to win for him. If he was in a must-win situation, which he almost is right now, as far as the math goes. And this is a guy that's won 5 times this year. So it's a little surprising to see him down on points after winning so many races in the regular season. But I'm confident that he's got what it takes to get to the next round. So we'll see.
Now, the one interesting thing that I could see happening here as Team Swish is in front and then the 2 is in the 2nd place, if those guys behind the 2 want to team up with the 2 and push him up there, they could definitely form a line on Team Swish here.
Yeah, absolutely.
They could, but I don't think they want to lose that time.
It looks like 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. I mean, 2 out of the 3 have advanced ones are non-playoff drivers, so they might be content to just let it ride out how it is. Of course, every driver wants to win.
It's interesting because I'll bring up my second key to the race. You just brought it up. Finding people to work with you. It's that sometimes you have to give up time to gain time. So when you don't have a teammate out there or someone you're questioning whether they'll work with you, you're questioning, well, if I back off, will they just try to pass me or will they work with me? So you definitely want to know who you can trust, and sometimes you have to give a little to get a little. So
Well, while we have a little break in the action, who do y'all think won the most poles in the Cup at Michigan?
Rocket Man Ryan Newman.
I'm gonna
Give you a
say
hint. He's not in the modern age.
I'm gonna say Dale Jr.
It's a tough one.
You have the option to forfeit the question too.
I think I'll
Davey
forfeit that
Allison.
one.
Who did you say, Alec?
Davey Allison?
Close, Alec, but it was David Pearson.
Oh, okay.
The wrong David.
Close.
He holds the most poles because he won 10 in the Cup for Michigan.
Holy cow.
Talking about David Pearson here. Team Swish is acting like him right now as he leads this race.
Gosh, they're about the same from first
Could
to
have clean
fourth.
sweep there too.
It looks
Yeah.
like fourth might have came down pit road actually.
Yep, we've got some pit road action, I believe.
So I guess
So
we'll see
while
how
we're,
long before the leader comes down.
So while we are seeing a little break in the action here too, if you wouldn't mind, I'll take a moment to just talk a little bit about our league. So as a lot of you have seen through our broadcast, we do have 3 series that we run, Trucks, Xfinity, Cup. If this looks like something that you want to be involved with and you have NASCAR Heat 4, definitely reach out to us on our social media, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. soon to be Instagram as well. We take all
Make
skill
sure it's
levels of
Xbox
drivers.
though.
That's
PS4,
right.
unfortunately.
We are not on PS4 yet. You know, maybe that'll be something in the coming years. But for right now, we are on Xbox One. So you have the game, or you want to join this, and you don't have the game, it's pretty cheap. Go out and get it. And we take all skill levels from beginners all the way up to the best on NASCAR Heat. So definitely check us out.
And
We don't turn anyone away at all.
Two
you're
come
still
down pit road as
learning
well.
the game. You just got the game. We have a development series, and then you can work your way up to guys like these. So check us out, and we're also going to be accepting sponsorships this next year once we get our new name and a couple of other changes. So if you're looking to sponsor something like this, put some money in the league, help us out with trophies and money for the winners, and get your name out here on our streams, let us know.
Yeah, definitely. And he said the social media platforms, just if you are the type of person that likes typing things in, Facebook, it's www.facebook.com/Winston Racing League at the moment. Same for Twitter, www.twitter.com/Winston Racing League. You can also check out the YouTube channel, www.youtube.com/Winston Racing League. And if you're the type of person that doesn't like typing it in, you can just go to the video description, and the two links for Facebook and Twitter will be right there. So
we've had a
definitely.
So we have a shake-up here. Sorry.
Two-car
the
beats
two-car
Swish off pit road.
Yeah, and we got the 43 right on his bumper. So
Jared pitted a lot before. Caught up to him.
Connor, how many laps have we got left?
I believe
We have 10 laps to go. 11
Ooh,
laps.
this
sorry.
is it.
I
Coming
believe
to
Sparkling
10.
Marker sped on pit road that last time.
So we are getting down to that white flag soon enough.
Do y'all think this 2-car can hold on to it?
I mean,
I
the
think Swish is asking for help right now.
Yeah, the 34 and the 43 look like they're working together, and I'm sure the 43 knows, what the 34 has on the line here. So,
But does he want to help
might
a
work
fellow
with him.
competitor get into the championship?
That's true. There is something like that. Well, they are catching them. Look at this. It looks like
Oh
we got
yeah,
a
in a
draft.
hurry.
Swish is going to be in his draft. He's going to be reeling them in now.
Oh yeah, and these guys are good to go on fuel, good to go on tires. So this is going to be a drag race, folks.
It's gonna be about who can make the pass at the right time.
Oh,
I hate to say it, but that 2-car is a sitting duck right now. Swish is going to do everything he can to get by him.
At
I
34
almost
is
feel like if
fast.
Swish gets around him, he
Ooh,
might
he
hits the wall.
as long as he doesn't keep doing that.
It off the wall there. The 34 is still in the draft there, right on the 2's bumper.
Yeah, the 34 is
Running a
away
little
from
different
the
line than
43 now.
Swish there, and then he.
Now, Libert, I'm going to ask you this question as a playoff competitor yourself. If you're sitting in Swish's spot, how patient are you with that 2-car?
Not patient at all as he goes to the inside of him.
Make a little contact in 3.
Peek my nose maybe 2 times, let you know I'm there, and by the 3rd time, it's go time. So
As we kind of saw
especially
there,
on
the
must win.
Swish put his nose under there. He said, the 2-car, out of my way, I got to get going.
But that 2-car ain't giving up.
No, he's going to fight back.
Oh, he's going to
Look.
the inside.
Oh,
See,
go
that's
to
the
the
thing.
inside of the 34.
These points are so precious and so important that
Race wins all
They are
that matters.
side by side down the back.
But you
he's
know
definitely
what?
gonna
This
need the
hurts.
wins
This
to
helps
make sure
Connor
helps
Lab
Jared
guaranteed
behind
his
them
spot
if they
in the final
race
4.
too.
Yeah, when these two
Okay.
started racing,
We are
they pulled
coming
right away
to-
from Jared.
We are coming to 6 to go.
As
Here.
Team Swish goes to the inside,
They are side by side, coming to the line.
Swish will lead that lap.
I don't have a
6
perfect
to
tally
go
of
in the
points,
race.
but
6 to
I don't know
go.
if second's going to be good enough for Swish. I think he's just got to go for it and win it.
I'm
In his
from
position
the
right
driver's
now,
standpoint
you
of
gotta go
points
for that
last
win.
night in the
You
Truck
gotta
Series
go for
race,
that win.
definitely feel a lot more comfortable getting that win.
And Jared's
I tell you
just
what,
back
that
there
2 car
watching.
is not giving up, man.
No, it's
Not
not.
1 inch.
So we're
Good
coming to
news.
5 to go at the line here, so manual cautions are going to be off. This is going to be an official race.
Wow. Michigan,
Oh,
no
my.
cautions
We are
today.
going 6.
Hold off the 2
Sorry,
car.
that was 6 to go at the line.
The 2
Hold the
cars are
phone.
non-playoff.
Oh, to his outside.
Oh, the 2.
Oh,
Little
2
contact.
What will Switch
outside.
do?
That may have been a
No,
mistake
playoff
right
driver.
there.
The 2 car might have lost the draft. It's gonna be close.
This is gonna do everything to break it.
2 blue ovals racing in their backyard in Michigan. It's gonna be one heck of a finish.
Still going green here. Looks like we're coming to 5 to go at the line.
I thought this was Portico.
And it's a race,
Oh, lap count.
ladies and gentlemen. It's a race, 5 to go. So
Now can that 2 car catch back up to our leader?
Yeah, it looked like
looks like
Switch
the
ran in a little
2
high out of 1.
yeah, looks like the 2 and the 43 will probably be the only 2 to will stay anything in 34 here.
Man, I tell
I
you
think
what, if
Swish
the 2
might
is right
have-
behind Switch's draft.
I think Swish might have just a big enough gap.
Yeah, the
doesn't
2
look
made a
like the 2
mistake
car-
there.
Yeah.
He
might
went to
have
the
got too far
outside,
back.
got tight, and slid up the racetrack. We're getting
But he's
reports
closing
that
in.
34 shoved him.
Little wall tap into 1.
Yeah.
The 2 is catching in, guys.
So I'm gonna ask
Looks
Alec
like
this
the,
question. Alec, if you were the 2 car and you just got moved by a playoff driver, potentially almost into the wall, you know, how patient are you with him?
I'm gonna race him as clean as I can, but it's really hard to say no to a win, especially at this level where they don't come often. If I can get a win,
That's true. I mean,
I
you know,
might try to pass him.
these wins are so precious in the Cup Series that even if you're not in the playoffs and you get a win, you know, it means a lot. So, and we are coming to, I believe, 4 to go here. 3 to go. My apologies. 3 to go.
And I hate to say it, but Flat Colt is out of the race. He will not be moving on.
That's a shame. He's had such a good run this year, but, you know, it looked like as we came into this 3rd round, he just was not doing well. I mean, he won 2 races early on in the playoffs and then just slowly was losing it. So that's a shame, but we still got
I'm
2
having a
cars here.
hard time here to say if the 2 car is catching our leader or if he's like staying in the middle, because
I think if he
on
is,
one
he's
screen
only
he's
getting
catching
maybe
it.
a tenth of a lap. If it
Oh,
is,
Switch
it's
keeps
on
we are
going in
2
high, I
to
don't
go.
know.
2 to go here, folks. 4 more turns.
which is
I
just
can't imagine
Open
Four
and
more
praying
turns
that
at Michigan.
it
This is
hangs
gonna
on.
be. Oh, that 2 is
Fish
caught
comes down
up
the
to
back
him.
stretch here. Yeah, that 2's got his
the
draft.
slower car
so
gets out of the
it's
way.
he's definitely might have something to say as we come out of turn 4.
Ooh, Switch is going high.
Oh, Switch is going
High.
Oh
He got
yeah, he's
tight
got
over.
something to say.
Here
He's
we
got
come to the
2
white
miles.
flag.
Let's see
White
if
flag
Switch
is
can
out.
hold him off.
Sponsored by Winston Cup Racing League.
This is for
Not
the
gonna get him one
race
of
paper
the
Right
championship.
here we go. This
But
2
if
is
you
right
want to
behind. He's
sponsor
got the
this
draft.
league, this could be you.
Team Switch
That
knows he
2
needs
is
to
right
win.
there.
Oh, he's got
Oh,
the
he's
draft.
got
He's
it.
gonna
He's
run
got
the
it.
2
He's
He's
car.
gonna
move.
2 throw it in. He's gonna get to his
gonna go to
bumper.
him.
He
He's
sends
gonna
it.
Got to his bumper. He
Switch
goes
goes to
high.
the line.
I think Switch
Oh,
is
yeah,
gonna
I
get
think
it
he's
though.
gonna
Might
get it.
get it here.
I
Yep,
can't believe
Switch is
it.
gonna
Switch
get it.
Got it.
The
Gonna get
34
his win
wins
here
at
in Michigan.
Michigan.
He wins.
He's
Wow.
on it.
Sweet.
Incredible race.
What a race by him. He knew what he had to do and he did it.
Yep, must win.
Man, and we're talking about a car that went a lap down in the number 2. He came back to finish 2nd here.
You need to calculate your points on your final 4.
Wow. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned for the post-race interviews here coming up in a second.
I think from what the radio was going on, it's going to be a very interesting post-race interviews.
I heard some of that too. This is gonna be fun.
Oh yeah.
We might need some
Uh-oh,
race officials to come join
Ace
us.
Petty in the 1 is out of gas on 4.
Oh no!
Poor guy. You can do it, Ace Petty.
Come on, Ace Petty. You can do
Pit
it,
road,
Ace
is that
Petty.
speed?
You got a
Go,
top 10.
Ace
How about
Petty.
that?
Go, Ace Petty.
Alright. As I'm gonna start, well, actually, I have everyone unmuted here, so when they get back in here, we'll have them include their audio and we'll do some post race here.
Yes, sir.
So we have
Unfortunately.
our championship 4 set now. That'll be a pretty interesting battle next Monday.
Looking forward to Indy.
Yeah,
Next
well,
Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern.
yeah, we're gonna be doing the full Brickyard 400. So even if you got something to do right at 8, we're gonna be going for 3+ hours. So you know it'll be basically a real NASCAR race length. So definitely tune in.
Uzi's got the echo.
Thank you, sir. And if Shane could probably pause the lobby there.
Oh,
Be
sure.
great. You put it in the Discord?
What Discord?
Not you. We're looking for the finish here. Yep, I got it here. So, okay. So, I guess we'll start out with, I believe Ace Petty in 8th place. Yeah, we'll start out with Ace Petty in 8th place. So, Ace Petty, you haven't done a league race in quite a while. You come back today, you get a top 10, and in sporting that really fast #1 car. So, tell us how your first race back was. All right. Well, nice job by you coming back. Definitely shaking the rust off and doing a good job. All right, Alec, why don't you take Sparkly Marker 7th place?
All right. Well, pretty good race. After your win last week, you were already advanced through. So, what was your plan for today, and how did you think it went?
Didn't really have a plan. Just came into it. Not really trying. I hate this track. Run shit at it the whole time. Wasn't the race that I wanted, but I'll be alright with it.
Here comes another Twitch notification.
All right, Rubber.
Language, guys.
On to Big Belly Brand, 6th place.
All right, Mr. Big Belly Brand, you.
Make sure everybody includes your audio too.
Yep.
Alrighty, Big Belly Brand, you finished in 7th place. You know, that's a decent spot here in Michigan. Just tell us how your day went and what you thought you could have did better.
Well, this was a pretty mediocre track for us, so I didn't expect much else. And, I mean, that's about all it was. I just expected to just run mid to the back of the pack and try and keep my car clean, which is pretty much what I've done, so can't complain too much.
Alrighty.
All right, Lil Uzi. So you finished 5th. You weren't in the playoffs for the Cup Series anymore, but you definitely had a strong car there early on. Seemed like you fell off a little bit, but were able to come home with the top 5. So tell us how your race was.
Well, we just got a little on the back. Considering everybody was racing. This one, I think I get good.
Yeah. would expect yeah, would expect a caution-free race at Michigan. So who knows? So yeah, we'll definitely see you in Indy. So nice job.
I'd like to issue an apology to Lil Uzi. Right as I told everybody that he was my pick, he hit the wall. So curse of the commentator. My apologies.
It wasn't me.
All right, Alec, why don't you take Merkel Man 4th place playoff driver?
Well, Merkel. Not quite the day you were hoping for, I bet. You had speed, it looked like. What did you think of the race, and what do you think of the season that you had?
It kind of sucks to get taken out by a guy who can't even finish a race. We were fast all day, run up with the lead guys, had a chance to maybe win. And then you just get taken out by a playoff driver who can't even finish the fucking race, because he's a pussy.
Language.
It's true. It just sucks. I'm happy for Swish to get it. He deserves it, but it just sucks.
Well, the best way to get revenge is go win at Indy, even if you're not in the championship race. So go for it. Best of luck.
Absolutely. Good point. All right, Rubber, why don't you take 2nd place Shane Graboid?
Man, I tell you what, you were running up there at the end. You were giving our winner here, the run for the money. Just tell us how your day went and what good you've done a little bit better just to get around that Team Swish guy.
Well, started off fairly slow. Had an incident early and got sent into pit road. Got a free black flag souvenir. As far as what I could have done different, probably more practice, I think. Because I went too far off. He had a little more speed than I did. But I think I was better at controlling the car, or I had better setup for control anyway, because he was faster. And that's what led me to be able to catch back up at the end, with help of draft, of course. But that's about it. I just needed to be a little quicker and be there sooner. But earn it.
Mm-hmm. Well, you certainly did, and you gave us a fantastic run to the finish there, so we thank you for that, and we wish you the best of luck next week.
Thank you.
All right, Team Swish. As we pull into victory lane here, I was hoping to do this interview. So you came in here, bottom of the barrel, basically had to win. You had 5 wins on the season. You were almost everyone's favorite to cut into the Final Four, and you were outside looking in. But you did what you needed to do, and you got the win in very tough fashion. So tell us what was going through your mind all day.
Hey, race me. Could have been, and the bump was coming, and the last he slides.
Mm-hmm.
People are my bumper coming. First rate. Fun, man. It's about to Merkel. He probably deserved it. Did. His confidence. With said race has gonna have fun. We're gonna go get what we got. Get hard.
Absolutely. So let's talk about next week. So you are actually going to be the only Ford driver in the Final Four. So you're going up against 3 Chevys. Uh, I'm sure 3 talented guys that are out for a trophy. So what is your mindset going into next week? How are you going to prepare, and how are you going to get that trophy?
I truly think we're just gonna have to be on our game, and I don't know. Going into that race, as we did tonight, points are off the board. May the best man win. Appreciate you guys.
Absolutely. Well, big congratulations to you. And, don't celebrate too hard because you got a piece of hardware to win next week, but definitely a huge win for you. Probably, arguably the biggest win of this year for you. So, congratulations, and we will see you next week.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, that wraps up the post-race interviews. Stay tuned for Wednesday night, the Xfinity Series at Indianapolis. Next week, the Cup Series heads for their championship at Indianapolis. And I believe it's the Truck Series for Phoenix. So
Yep, and
stay
the
tuned for
Xfinity
those
for Phoenix.
races. And
We will
we will see y'all next time. Peace out.
Hey,
Swish, send me your car.